Welcome back. This is Mr. Retro, and we are going to be diving into a new unboxing from Video Game Monthly. Let's jump in. So, this would be my July box, I believe, from Video Game Monthly, and while I'm opening this, let me tell you a little bit. You can find their link down in the description below if you want to start getting some games. Now, the way that their system works is that you fill out a form that has what systems you collect for. You click which games you have, and then they send you games that you don't have. And you can go from 1 up to 10, I believe. I do the 5 games per month, but every once in a while they do send you an extra one. So, we've got our box right here with Floyd, right here, and yeah, this box, always so nice, so clean, very simple, straightforward, but VideoGameMonthly.com. Check out their link down in the description box below. So let's go ahead and open up. Alright, first thing we have is their thank you card. This is a win 3 games if you share your box on Facebook of this month's box, and then 2 random winners will receive 3 free games in their next month's box. So I'm sure they'd let you know in the box if you're one of those winners. The first thing I see is their little thing that they always throw in. They throw in a little something. Sometimes it's a bracelet or a flashlight or a pen or anything like that. So this month is a Nintendo tattoo, 1 sheet of 14 tattoos and 1 stick of bubblegum. I will probably not be chewing this because this is likely very old. And yeah, but pretty cool nonetheless. Now I do see some great stuff right in here at the beginning. Alright, first thing I see for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Awesome. I love the Double Dragon game series. I'm even actually a fan of the movie. It's super cheesy. It's really, really bad, but it's so much fun. It doesn't really make sense at all, and it doesn't really follow the game's story either, but it's super fun, super cheesy. But Double Dragon 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Taking a closer look at this cartridge. The cartridge itself is okay. There's lots of scratches, but it does look very playable. The label looks pretty good on the front, just light scratches, and then there's a slight tear over the D on Dragon. So I'll show you guys that up closer. But other than that, it does look pretty good. So Double Dragon 2. The next game I see is Pac-Man Special Color Edition for the Nintendo Game Boy Color, which is pretty cool. I love getting Game Boy games, and this is a Game Boy game, but I think it has color options. Some Game Boy games, when you put them in a Game Boy Color, they kind of get updated colors. So yeah, that's what this one will do. I love getting Game Boy games just because, you know, while you're watching TV, you can just play in a game, no problem. Nothing to really distract other people around in the room just so you could play a game. But I do like myself some Pac-Man, so that's pretty cool. The cart looks pretty good. The label is pretty nice. No tears around the edges. Just some light scratching and depressions right here on the front. Back has a little bit of where like it may have been at like a used game store. That's okay. If anything, I can get something to wipe that off, but not too bad. Next game I see is Castlevania Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance. I've never really gotten into the Castlevania games, but they've always piqued my interest. The kind of fantasy, medieval setting, I really dig it. And it's just one of those things that I haven't dove into yet. But again, this one looks really good. This cart is in really good condition. The label is in very nice condition, just very light scratches, probably from sliding in and out of the Game Boy Advance. Awesome, so Castlevania. The next game I see is Spy Hunter for the Xbox, the original Xbox. Now, This looks to be the original packaging. It just doesn't sit very nicely in there. It's kind of lots of extra room, and it may be because it's a Platinum Hits. It may be slightly smaller. I might have to look that up. Let's go ahead and look in there and see if we have no manual. I love getting the manuals because then you don't really have to go looking for extra things to kind of get a complete setup and maybe even the warranty card or anything like that. Any of the extra bits that come in here. But having that manual would have been nice, but still play the game. Let's look at the disc. The top of the disc looks good. The other side, if I can pop it out here, looks pretty good. Just normal wear. You can kind of see some of the spiral scratching, probably from wobbling in the disc tray. A couple smudges, but nothing major. Looks pretty good. Alright, so we have Spy Hunter for the original Xbox. The next game I see is Resident Evil, the Player's Choice Edition for the GameCube. I love horror games. I love scary games. I love scary movies. Resident Evil, my little brother and I used to play these games all the time. We both have to be in the room when we play. We take turns, but they're just a lot of fun. I love that kind of you never know what's coming around the corner feeling. And the story in the Resident Evil games is really, really well done. I really like this. I've played the first one before, and I have a lot of the other Resident Evil games on other systems. So it's nice to have this one on the GameCube. Let's go ahead and look inside. No manual. Once again, none of the other stuff. But the discs, both of them are in here. This is disc 1 and disc 2. Let's look at this would be the second disc. Looks very nice. And the disc 1, also very nice. This almost looks like it's never been played, so pretty nice. So, Resident Evil for the GameCube. And the last game I see is Tony Hawk's Underground for the Xbox. I've never played this on the Xbox. I used to have this for the PlayStation 2. It's one of those games that you kind of get and you lose, but the Tony Hawk games are always really fun. I was a really big fan of the Pro Skater series, and when Tony Hawk's Underground came out, it seemed like a slightly different spin on the skater game, and I really, really liked it because it kind of seemed that you kind of have more of an exploration feel to it, which I really liked. It was like you're an actual person who is also a skater. But I've never played it for the Xbox. I've only played it on the PlayStation 2, so I might give this a whirl on the original Xbox. I do like playing the original Xbox. The Duke controller feels so good. So, case looks good. It's a Platinum Hits edition. Let's go ahead and see if there is a no manual. Kind of hurt me down deep here, Video Games Monthly. No manuals. But let's look at the disc, make sure it's playable. And looks good. Now, the outside edges are starting to get some discoloration. That may be from sunlight or heat. The label on top looks good, but the outside edges are starting to get a little yellow. So I might have to kind of do some digging on what that could mean in the future for this game. But as far as I can tell, this game's just got some light wear on it. So it should play pretty well. So let's go ahead and go back through all the games that we got for this month. We got Double Dragon 2, The Revenge for the original Nintendo Entertainment System. We got Pac-Man for the Game Boy. We also received Castlevania, Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance. Very excited to play that. And we have Spy Hunter for the original Xbox. Resident Evil for the Nintendo GameCube. And Tony Hawk's Underground for the original Xbox. So, pretty decent games this month. I'm very excited about a few of these, and I'm excited to play games on systems that I've never played them before. like Tony Hawk's Underground. Just to kind of see, how it feels differently, not just controller-wise, but just how the gameplay feels. And with the original Xbox, kind of seeing how those graphics differ. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. You can also follow me on lots of different social networking sites, at Mr. Retro, at MMRRETRO. All that is down in the description below. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.